We're checking our oil, proper level, good condition, and no leaks. Our coolant, check our proper level, good condition, no leaks. Our water pump, no leaks from pump or hoses, securely mounted, and it is belt driven on this one. Power steering fluid, level is good, check condition, and no leaks from the hoses. Should have 2 hoses on it. Air compressor, which is back in here. Your air lines are not leaking. It's securely attached and it's gear driven. Steering components, gearbox and hoses. Gearbox and hoses are securely attached, not cracked, damaged, or leaking. Your linkage, all this here, not loose, worn, cracked, no missing nuts, bolts, or cotter pins, and that includes pitman arm, drag link, knuckle, and then your tie rod back in here. Front suspension, your springs. Springs are secured to the mounts, not cracked, broken, shifted, or missing. Spring mounts front, middle U-bolts, and rear are securely mounted to the frame, not cracked, damaged, or missing, no missing nuts or bolts. Shock absorber, securely mounted at top and bottom, no cracks or leaks, no missing nuts or bolts. Front brakes, hoses and lines. All air hoses and lines are securely attached, not cracked, damaged, or leaking. Your chamber is secured to the bracket, no dents or air leaks. The C-clamps tight around your chamber. Slack adjuster, U-shaped push rod, no broken or missing bolts or pins. And with the brakes released, the push rod does not move more than 1 inch when pulled by hand. Drums and linings. Your drums, not cracked or damaged. No missing bolts. No oil or grease from the inner wheel seal. And then your linings, same as drums, cannot be worn dangerously thin. Front top wheels, your tires. Proper inflation, good condition. No cuts, damage, even wear. Depth minimum is 4/32, and you may not have a retread on your front steer tire. Rims are not cracked, damaged, welded, or bent. Lug nuts, none missing, all tight. No rust trails behind the lugs or shiny threads that would indicate looseness. Hub oil seal, if possible, check the level, bolts tight, and that there are no leaks out of it. And we'll close up the hood. Alright, driver's door. Mirror, securely attached, clean, not cracked. Your door opens and closes. Hinges are attached to the door and the frame, and no damage. Fuel tank is securely mounted by straps. No damage or leaks. Caps on tight with a good rubber seal. Make sure you also have a good rubber underlay underneath the metal on the straps. Side marker lights and reflectors are clean, working, not broken or missing, and the proper color is going to be amber. Back of the cab. Air and electrical lines. Air lines are not cut, cracked, or leaking. Electrical lines are not spliced or taped. All lines are not dragging on the catwalk or any part of the frame, and secure at the back of the tractor. Air lines there, electrical lines up here. Catwalk, securely mounted to the frame, no loose objects or debris, including your steps to the cab. Drive shaft, not bent, twisted, nothing wrapped around it. U-joints are greased and secure. Should one in front, one in the back. Your exhaust is underneath on this tractor here. The exhaust from the engine to the end of the exhaust pipe, including under the cab, is no leaks, secure, no holes or damage. Your frame from front to back is straight, not cracked, damaged, or welded. Your lights and reflectors on the back. Utility light is clean, working, not broken or missing, and the proper color for your utility light is clear. Your rear suspension, your springs, probably better get an angle there, over on that side, you can see it better. Your springs are secure to the mounts, not cracked, broken, shifted, or missing. Spring mounts, front, middle U-bolts, and rear are securely mounted to the frame, not cracked, damaged, or missing. No missing nuts or bolts. Shock absorber, securely mounted at top and bottom. No cracks or leaks, no missing nuts or bolts. Torque rod control arm, should have 2 of them on this one. Back here, back here. Torque rod control arm, assembly securely mounted, not cracked or damaged. And then your airbag on the back. Airbag, no leaks, securely mounted at top and bottom, and no damage. Rear brakes, hoses and lines. All air hoses and lines are securely attached, not cracked, damaged, or leaking. Your chamber is secure to the bracket. No dents or air leaks. Your C-clamp is tied around your chamber. Slack adjuster, U-shaped push rod. No broken or missing bolts or pins. With the brakes released, the push rod does not move more than 1 inch when pulled by hand. Drums and linings. Your drums are not cracked or damaged. No oil or grease from inner wheel seal. And then your linings right next to it are same as drums and cannot be worn dangerously thin. Rear tires, or rear wheels. Your tires, proper inflation, good condition. No cuts, damage, even wear. Depth minimum is 2/32 on the drive tire, and you can have retreads on this tire here. Your rims, not cracked, damaged, welded, or bent. Lug nuts, none missing, all tight. No rust trails behind the lugs or shiny threads that would indicate looseness. Hub axle seal, because it drives your unit. Check inner outer bolts tight and that there are no leaks. Your space in between your tires are not touching, and there's no debris stuck in between your tires. Your fifth wheel components. Mounting bolts. All these are your mounting bolts. No loose, missing brackets. Got an L-shaped bracket here. Clamps, nuts, and bolts. Your fifth wheel and slide are firmly attached to the frame. Your release arm is in the lock position in when you hook up. Any safety latch is in place. Sliding fifth wheel, locking pins. No loose, missing, damaged pins in the lock position out. Air line is not leaking. And the frame of the tractor, when we're hooked up, does not touch the trailer landing gear when turning. Kingpin, apron, and gap. Kingpins, not bent or damaged. Apron is smooth, not warped or cracked. When you're hooked up, there's no gap in between the apron and the top of your fifth wheel. Locking jaws, closed and locked around the shank of the kingpin. Your platform's always going to be triangular shaped there. No cracks or breaks. Securely holds the fifth wheel skid plate. No missing nuts or bolts. Then your skid plate, properly greased, tilts freely, and securely mounted to the platform. Back of the tractor, lights and reflectors. Clean, working, not broken or missing. Proper color for your tail, turn, brake, hazards are red. Your backup light is clear. I have DOT reflectors and reflective tape. And then my splash guards are securely mounted, not damaged, missing, or dragging the ground. You want to hop up in there and hook it up? I'm going to have him if you want to pause it.